Hello, it's Randy, and I am going to try to show you how I place my patterns perfectly on the coin with a minimal amount of fuss. I want to show you this in a video because it's kind of hard to explain in words. So I have the pattern cut exactly to size. We use that standard 100 to do that. The coin is X millimeters, and I just print it to that percentage. It gives us exact sizes. You can see I bent the pattern over once I got it placed, and I put just a drop on the edge. Like I said, it should be perfect placement. I press that pattern down on that edge and you give it just a couple of moments to dry. When you cut out these patterns, make sure you cut it right at the border. That way you know exactly when the pattern is placed on the coin correctly and there's no room for error. So I give it just a second to dry, and then I peel it back. See, it created a little flap. And I put super glue right on the coin, more than you think you need, because you want to fill in the little texture on the pattern. You don't want any pattern lift, so you need complete coverage of the glue. So use more than you think. Get it all over the coin. Now we'll just take that flap and fold it back over. Perfect. So we're anchoring the side, gluing it, folding it back over on itself. Perfect. Now we want to seal that top paper. So we're going to put oil on it, and you don't want the oil to sink into your pattern, so you put a little CA on top, spread it around, and that seals the pattern. Now we're going to grab the punch, and we're going to create the divots in the coin. You don't want your drill bit walking all over your pattern, so we create divots, and that'll give the drill bit a hole to start with, just a little divot. It won't walk, and you'll get perfect holes every time. If you're a little bit off and you're drilling, the drill bit will follow its way right into that divot. So on this particular pattern, I have a couple little red dots to indicate where I recommend drilling. There's been a couple times that I've punched, went to sawing, and found out I missed a section and had to come back and drill later. So I don't do that on all my patterns, but I do it on a few. Here I'm putting a little drop of oil in all the divots. Up, you can see I missed one. Going back to create a div over that one space. I'm a little nervous on the video. I'm like triple oiling this thing. I'm going to my Dremel. I have a Dremel set up in a press. Works very well. In this case, I had the speed set a little bit low on the Dremel. I was a little nervous and didn't want to change the speed while I was on camera. So I just made do. When I'm drilling, the holes are so small. Some of these spaces are small, especially my more detailed patterns. You want to use some high magnified reading glasses so you can even see where to drill those holes. When I'm cutting under heavy magnification as well. I'm using a 72 drill bit, which is pretty small. For high detailed coins, it's not small enough. But this is an easy pattern, so it's more than small enough for this pattern. There we go, easy peasy.